If you cry on Twitter or whatever other forum you use, when you see a Bobby Kotick news, then know and understand one thing. It's your fault. You're to blame for this. And stop crying. Stop crying. Really, it's pathetic at this point. You're the guys that are keeping him there. You're responsible for him still being there. And then you cry on Twitter or whatever other forum about, oh, he's such a meanie pants. He shouldn't be there. He's such an awful human being. Well, here, let me teach you something, because I see a lot of people lack some knowledge in this. So I'll educate you in this to be a little more liberal with my wording. Bobby Kotick has a job at Activision Blizzard. And he's doing his job pretty well. And he's proving it to the world, and more importantly, to his shareholders, that he does a good job. Because every time you buy a pre-order, whatever, a token, some game time, a subscription, whatever you buy a game, you're making the company money. And you're helping Bobby Kotick prove that he knows to do his job. And quite frankly, at this point, he seems to know how to do it pretty well, despite all the crying on Twitter. Yeah, those wings that you got, the green dragon that you have, the super dragonoid thing. Yeah, those are proof that Bobby Kotick is good at his job, because you have them. Yeah, you have them. And you're proving him right with that. When Diablo Immortal came, and people came and complained about the microtransactions. Remember one thing, there was this guy that spent a bunch of money. He called himself a scientist. Of course, the irony isn't lost on me. To prove how much money you need to invest to get a 5-star piece of item, whatever. Yeah, that's not a scientist, my dudes. That's a whale. That's a whale. Those are the kind of people that Bobby Kotick needs for his games. Yeah, whales. And now we're excluding the part of Asia. Those guys are addicted when it comes to gacha games and other gambling stuff in it. Yeah, excluding that part. He does his job pretty well. And the more you complain and cry, the more you need to realize it's your fault for this. You bought the games. You bought the expansions. You bought the game time, the tokens, the pre-order purchase booster packs, whatever things that come with every WoW expansion. You bought them, and you're responsible for every cent and penny that Bobby Kotick can count in front of the shareholders. He's proving the shareholders that he's good at his job. He's proving the world how good he is, and you're helping that. You are feeding that. And then you like to go and cry on your forums and on your twitters about, oh, he's such a bad person. He shouldn't work there. Yeah. But you're keeping him there. The more money you give to that company, the more rooted Bobby Kotick becomes. And the more rooted he becomes, well, the more money he will make in the future. Because even if he leaves Activision Blizzard with his track record, I think there are a few companies that would enjoy having him on the team, making them money. So you see, it's a cycle. You buy the Bad WoW expansion. Bobby Kotick makes money. Bobby Kotick gets richer. The shareholders get richer. Then they make another bad expansion because they saw the last one works. And what happens next? You buy it. You're a pay pig in this situation. You eat all the garbage they put in front of you. You go after every jiggling shiny toy. And then Bobby Kotick gets richer. The shareholders get richer. Everybody does well. And then you wonder, why is he still in the company? Because you're eating it. Now, there is this story. I know it's gonna make the video longer and stuff. There is this story about a pig. I forgot his name. But it was a pig that was pretty fat. And he was living in a barn. One day, the cat comes and tells him to leave the barn, because the next day is Christmas. And the farmer will cut him. Because that's a Romanian tradition, where you cut the pig during Christmas time. And the pig refuses because it's good in the barn. He always gets fed and he always has a warm place to live in. And why would he leave the barn? There's no point in leaving the barn. Well, eventually the cat gives in and leaves the pig to his own devices. And the next day comes, and the pig gets cut and turned into food. Bunch of Romanian foods I will not start to say now. And here's where I want to go with this story. You're the pig, and the thing is, you're a never-ending pig. You're a pig that just keeps throwing money and money. And the farmer, of course, is gonna be glad that you decided to do that rather than break out of the barn and go into the woods. And hey, who can blame you? It's your fault for this. You're responsible. And stop crying. Take a good look in the mirror and understand the following concept. Personal responsibility. It's hard. It's a hard concept. I know many people don't get it, especially the Americans. But look into it. It'll probably help you feel better. And if anything, if you're not going to stop giving money to Blizzard and proving them right, at least stop crying. It's pathetic.